Hey everyone, Gio and Ali here from Saucy. We're here to talk and catch up. We want to recap what was 2021 financial year. You know, even for Ali and I, sometimes we don't get a catch up. We'll be able to sit here and hopefully share with you guys our proudest moments, some of the coolest projects we're working on, how much Saucy's grown in the last 12 months, and what the new direction of the business is.
Would you say a lot has changed in the past year?
I wouldn't say too much.
Yeah.
A draining amount of change has taken place in life.
Do you feel like you run a marathon?
Yeah, honestly, I feel
Yeah,
like
you look like it.
if you guys can leave a nice comment saying that I look nice, I genuinely appreciate that.
Don't do it.
I feel run down. This guy
Don't
looks
do it.
amazing. But enough about us. Let's get stuck into Saucy. This is our end of financial year blog. And what we're going to start off with is an easy question to answer, but also a hard one.
My proudest moment in the past financial year has been moving into this gorgeous office. Well, it's not just moving in, it's the entire process of actually having a blank canvas and designing a space, designing an office that we love to come to every day.
I said yes to almost every office we ever walked into to take on the lease. I was just impatient. I wanted to move out of where we were. Lucky enough, Ali had the common sense to say no to me every single time, and I'm glad he did because we ended up
It's a beautiful spot.
in our dream space, definitely.
I have a property background, so although there were some beautiful offices, it's the little things that count. The combination of location, layout,
Yep.
natural light was the biggest one for me. Right now, there's a lot of natural light.
It's too much. We're out to get blinds installed.
We've got all glass, we overlook the entire city of Melbourne, we've got a $1 million view. Back to it, I guess the proudest moment is really fitting out and designing our dream office. That to us was like when a couple will build their dream home. That's our version of building our dream home.
Yeah.
What do you think of this colour? No, I like this colour. So anyway.
True, honestly. We built it for ourselves as well. We're not going to say it's all for the team. You know, Ali and I spent days, nights, weekends here. We wanted a place that we could walk into and be proud of it. And even though it's such a big investment, that would probably scare most people. For us, it was just like create an environment that people love coming to and working.
And what about your proudest moment?
Saucy went through quite a big rebrand. When we went through this rebrand and we reached out to the company that we used, Hunter, we just wanted a new logo. You know, we just wanted to change a few little things, and they really challenged us onto why we were doing this and what we wanted to rebrand to and who we wanted to be known as in the marketplace. And that rebrand, which is new website, new deliverables, that's all the exterior stuff, that's all the tangible stuff. The intangibles, the way that we now are perceived as a company, the way that we communicate, the way that we position ourselves, the clients that we want to attract, it's even shaped our future quite a bit as well. The clients who get the most value out of us and the ones that we can help the most, and also I think that we resonate with in terms of we're young, we're vibrant, we're energetic, we're fun,
we're cool, you're cool.
Cool as shit.
Yeah.
They're these kind of e-commerce, scale-up, direct-to-consumer businesses. Don't get me wrong, we've loved working with a range of different companies over time, but I think people who just get our services and get the most value, the people that are like, hey, I'm great at building a brand, I don't understand how supply chain works. You know, they just want the product at a great price, at a great quality, and they want someone who can give them advice through the process as well. We put so much intensity and work and love into everything that we do, we want to see it succeed. Our services will now become more tailored to the direct consumer e-commerce space. That is the future of Saucy.
I feel like we know who we are better than ever.
Yeah.
We have a distinct personality, a type. It's not a dating app, but
we're going to give you our top 3. And I'm going to get Ali to go first.
you take this one.
It's a spray can. No, so we've got an amazing client called 35mm Co. Previously, Maddie, the founder, she's an absolute legend, superstar. She saw a really big niche, I guess, which is
Vintage film cameras.
Film cameras, there we go.
Yep.
And she really just built this amazing website, built really great content, but she was just using other brands like a Canon camera. That's the only brand I know.
Panasonic.
Yeah. She was getting all distraction, but she was at the mercy of whatever cameras they had available and whatever film they had available. And by then she was able to collect really good feedback from what her customers wanted, right? So for her, it was really easy to go, I want to produce a camera that has this, and this. And we went on the journey of pretty much developing. It was a little bit custom, like off the shelf with a bit of customization. But we built our own range of these really cool,
They look cool.
really cool cameras. And I think what I loved about the project is it took like 3 months or 4 months from signing up to us to her order being in production. I know 3 months might sound like a long time, but
It's a smooth run.
when you're in this industry, sometimes it takes 9 months, 12 months, a year and a half to get to where she's gotten to. She's killing it. I think her TikTok account has like 100,000 followers.
Really?
She has some videos that have 250,000 views or something like that. It's just like, that's incredible. That's what she's great at. And then for us, she gets the most value from working with us as well. So definitely one of the coolest projects and one of the coolest businesses we've worked on.
One of the best projects, or my favourite projects that we've worked on in the past year, would have to be the joinery project. So we're taking things out of the consumer space and moving over to construction. So producing joinery or cabinetry or kitchens, bathrooms, laundry, the entire joinery for a 5-level apartment building with 30-something apartments. And we've been able to bring such incredible cost savings to the developer who owns and is constructing the building. We're bringing them the exact same product that they were quoted locally. It's just been something that we've pulled off really well. I'm really proud that we were able to bring a lot of value to the client as well.
Yeah. The feedback we've gotten from every developer and builder is, for me to win this project, I need to go overseas. I need competitive pricing. So they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place of either I get the project and then I've got to go figure out how to buy products from China that we've never done before, or we've tried and asked and we've been burnt. Just shows that with our help, they can still win the project, but it's de-risked.
Yeah.
And that's huge for them as well. Lucky last project I want to touch on is, it's a brand called No Fight Tights. Ali's wearing a pair at the moment.
They're so comfortable. For school age girls who typically wear tights, you always get holes in them. You probably did in yours.
Yeah.
So it's a pair of tights at the bottom, but up to sort of your thigh, and then up it's a bike short. So really comfortable bike shorts. They don't pull up and they don't ride up and all sorts of things, and it's durable and it's compression and a great invention. It's an invention.
It's an invention.
Innovation.
It's mum saying, I'm tired of my daughter, ripping her leggings and everything else and having them up, and so she just went out and solved the problem herself. She did what we want every client who works with us to do, which is let us focus on the product. She went out and got a website made, organised her launch parties, spoke to wholesalers and distributors. She was just out there hustling.
The biggest credit I have is she's a go-getter. She's an amazing mum, and the biggest testament to what she's doing is she's putting it all on the line. She's not investing $5,000 in a product.
She's just really serious about what she does, and she values the relationship that we have and the advice that we can give, that we find ourselves helping in spaces that we want to see her succeed in as well. So
the whole community is involved. There's already a couple of schools who've taken her up, and one school is 300 students, right? If it's an all-girls school, there's 300 potential customers. And then another school and another school and another school, and it's solving a problem. The appetite, the boldness, the courage, she can't fail. And she's doing amazing already, just a few months after launch.
I guess what I've learned is the importance of having category knowledge. We play in every space. And what we've seen through the 500-600 clients we've had over the last 3 years is there are categories that are repetitive, and the importance of building teams and pods and
specialists,
having
category specialists,
category experience. Just having these great experienced team members here, and then having these already great factories that we've got strong relationships with. We just get shit done so much quicker, so much easier, and the outcomes are so much stronger for our clients as well. Great lesson for me to learn. What about you? Biggest lesson?
For me, it's just about how significant the impacts are when we hire and find and bring on and even work with just really good people, enthusiastic staff members who bring with them a lot of experience, a lot of expertise in their particular fields and what they've been sourcing and producing before, or even if it's marketing, administrative tasks, finance, things like that. Very grateful about all the amazing people we've had join us on our journey the past year, and also how impactful and how much I've learned that makes such a big difference.
We're probably going to talk a few numbers now about growth, and I want to start this off by saying last year was a year of growth, and this year is a year of growth in a different kind of way.
Yeah.
You know, we grew in terms of size, headcount, volume of projects. Some would say sometimes they're vanity metrics as well. You know, they're great, but they take a lot out of you as well. In the last financial year, I think we brought on almost or over 300 new clients, which is a crazy number. We did that in the first 3 years, I think. We obviously built 2 offices.
That's big.
And then what we did was we did the same for our team in China, to the point where we had floor plans created here for the office.
Renders, plans.
Headcount.
Yeah, headcount in the past financial year is, I would say, close to tripling. We're at 60 roughly as a global company, so headcount is 2.5 times.
Moving to this direction of e-com focus, direct-to-consumer focus, there's a huge opportunity there to become the leading e-commerce sourcing company, and that's by tailoring our services to really support e-com founders in things like even ways to finance their orders. That is the plan for this financial year, is, you know, let us enjoy life and slow things down and you know, really service clients as great as we can, and then scale up again. So what we've seen is the real big push for manufacturing outside of China. I think that's a no-brainer. Everyone wants to see what other countries are capable of.
Yep.
The truth is, not many other countries are there yet, and the cost of your products are going to cost more. So it's more of an exercise to see what's out there.
Yeah.
A lot of manufacturers are quite inundated. So if you picture certain categories at the moment that are more popular because they might be around things like I said, beauty and homewares, because everyone's at home, they're spending more time. You're seeing lead times being pushed down on those products. You're seeing the cost of those products drive up. We've seen the last month and a half the cost of commodities or
raw materials.
Just
that's inflation, guys. Forget about government CPI and things like that. Inflation is coming in the form of
your
products, imported goods. Raw materials costs for things like input materials like steel, or copper, or fabrics, things like that have increased so significantly that the factories haven't even passed on a lot of those costs yet.
Yeah.
Freight has just shot up as well.
Freight's gone crazy. And there's still that, I guess, the movement from more kind of archaic, longer supply chains to more agile supply chains where they're a bit more reactive. You know, with things like China still has COVID cases, right?
Yeah.
They still go into lockdown every now and again. There's a port as well in China, and at one point there was some statistic that said it had 5% of the world's total goods sitting at that port because that port was closed for 10 days or 12 days because of the COVID outbreak. So things are recovering, I guess, and for the next 12 months, it'll be like playing catch up for a period of time. The Chinese government are pushing for factories to move out of more built up cities into more regional, rural locations. So new factories are appearing, and they're heavily government subsidised or supported, which means that there's opportunities to find new factories for new products and to grow them as well. So all in all, things are happening.
Yeah, a lot of change, but like that opens up a lot of opportunities and reinforces the need to be more, like you said, agile and to find out those great opportunities.
Yeah, so that's us. That's been 2021. I think we say this every time, but there's more videos coming more regularly. I know it's a little bit quiet on our end. We've got someone now full-time in here who's a superstar who'll be helping us kind of film these videos more regularly, putting together the content. So for us, we want to share more. It's a big part of our future. You guys have barely seen anything about this office, the rebrand. Yeah, there's so much cool stuff to come. The platform, it's almost there. So yeah, really excited to start sharing more and more.
Done.
Thanks, guys.